How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So this is just a quick update video on the recent purchase of the MSI 34-inch curved monitor. Stay tuned. So I did a previous video on this. I unboxed it, set it up, and I expected to be really happy with it. I thought this was going to be a fantastic little piece of kit. It was super cheap, and I guess you get what you pay for. So as you've seen in the previous video, I ran into some issues. Basically, I was getting noise and interference from the keyboard and mouse when using and only using USB-C. The monitor is a MD34M2C5501A MSI model, and it looks fantastic. It really does. It looks the part. It's well designed. It has lots of features. It has DisplayPort, HDMI, USB-C. It has a hub, it has a KVM. It's got a lot for the price tag. So I paid £219 and that was on a special. And it is cheap, but it was $300. So $300 is probably about right, I would guess. When actually using these Corsair keyboard and the mouse, the interference was really irritating. So essentially moving the mouse around, you would get a high pitch hum from any direction that you went. And the keyboard had a kind of just constant kind of wave of like this high pitched tone, then it drops off. I think the issue wasn't so much the actual device, it was basically your device is outputting a signal to the screen to display video. When you move the mouse or the keyboard is always connected, I guess, it's sending signals back and forwards. And I think it's these signals that are then traveling up the cable along the video feed that's causing the interference. That was my take on it. And the only way I can stop it is if I use DisplayPort or HDMI, and it works fine. I tried living with it for one night and it was awful. The keyboard was probably the worst because the mouse only did it when you moved it. If you just made small movements, it was not that noticeable. But the keyboard was just constant. It was like this high pitch, really quiet high pitched tone in the background, and your ears just picked up all the time. It was really frustrating. And I've just unboxed my new one. So this is a Philips 34M2C5501A/00. This camera is pretty rubbish for up close, but the icons look almost like a retina display. They look near perfect. Even across the top, these icons here are all nice and sharp and clear. This search bar is clearly a search bar. It seems silly, but on the last monitor, in the corners, everything kind of got blurry. It was really difficult to kind of focus because in the middle it was kind of okay, and as you came to the edges, it got distorted and everything was just a bit fuzzy and hazy. It looked like the settings weren't right. This is so much better. Now, I did pay more. This was £300. So this was £80 more. The screen is fantastic. But the design, I just love the wide trim around the edge. Little things like this hook on the back, which is for your headphones. But the best thing is the screen lighting. I don't know if this camera will pick it up well because it's pretty rubbish. I've actually got a new camera coming, but I love the glow around the edges, and it does actually follow what's on your screen. Now you can change it to a static light. So the other monitor would be perfectly fine if it didn't have USB-C, and this one doesn't have USB-C, so maybe this would do the same thing. I highly doubt it. I think it is just a fault or actually the design of the last panel. I got this dock at the same time. It was on special. That was £85 I think it was, and I got it for £72 I think. I'll leave a link down below, but that thing is fantastic. It's got loads of ports in the back. Everything just goes in the back of that, and then you have one cable that you plug in and everything runs off that one cable. You've probably seen these docks, but it kind of just hugs the laptop. So you have your Mac and you just drop it in. As you drop it in, the weight kind of closes the sides and it holds it pretty steady. You can probably hear the fans because you're right on top, but the fans are at the back, so they're at the top. It's got plenty of airflow and the fans are going up nothing's obstructing them, so that's been working a treat. I've literally just thrown these speakers in last night because I was doing some editing. I need some sound, I need somewhere to put my headphone jack, because there's a headphone jack in the back of the monitor, but it's a bit of a pain to get to, so this little dock there has a one at the side. And I'm not even going to show you under the desk because it's just a pile of cables. Just want to get stuff in place really. I've got a printer to try and fit somewhere. I've got my 3D printer I need to obviously find a place to put. So the menu itself is really easy to navigate around. You can literally just go across the top and then you can go to the sub menu and do what you need to do, then press back to go back up. Really simple to navigate around. Looks quite modern as well, quite detailed. There's quite a lot of stuff in there. A lot of these monitors these days have nothing in there really. They just got like input source and 3 or 4 settings that you can usually change. You have color shift, which is a bit annoying. Color wave, I'm guessing that'll go through multiple different colors. Oh yeah, it's like a hoop kind of swinging around the monitor. Looks quite nice. Colour breathing, I'm guessing, is pulsing. Yeah, it's just going in and out. Starry night. Not too sure what that's going to do. Sorry, you doing anything? Oh, it's flashing. Static mode. Colours. Oh, you can change the colours, right? So, oh, I got violet. I got. Wow. I think if people outside seen that, bit concerned. Rainbow, look at that. Now that's pretty funky, that is pretty cool. What else do we have? I like blue. Blue is my favourite colour, so that's quite nice as well. Yeah, they've got quite a lot of colours actually, more than I expected. I think I might just keep it on blue for now, because it was, yeah, I'll keep it on blue. Probably look rubbish on this camera, but in person looks pretty good. So yeah, this was hopefully a quick video. I unboxed it and I couldn't have been more happier. This is the one I wanted, and then I was swayed by the other one because I had USB-C. If this one had USB-C, I would have bought this one off the bat. But the USB-C option on the other monitor was what made me go that way. I could do a more detailed review, I guess, in a few months if people are interested in that. Let you know how it's getting on, if it's still okay. But yeah, we're going to end this one here. So like always, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.